The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC Allsip Chicago, and iNetworks Communications Station. The fall and winter fashion seasons are upon us. Time Underground Furs have every coat you need to be unique and stand out in the crowd. From furs, minks, leather, suede, vests with the fur, blue jean jackets with fur, cashmere, and wool coats, with over 350 coats to choose from. Rarely will you see two of the same coat. Quality coats and excellent customer service is first and foremost. Our entire inventory is wholesale priced. You never pay full price. Every coat is 25% or more less than any other store that sells fur coats. Why pay retail when you can buy the same coat for wholesale and save hundreds of dollars? Time Underground Furs also sells to other stores at wholesale prices. We also have very nice pre-owned, slightly worn furs. We lease our coats for all types of events and have 30-day layaway only. The mission is to take the coats out of our store and put them in your closet or store. Wearing a mink or unique coat transforms you to the best version of yourself, and everyone wants a fur coat. Time Underground Furs is here to make that happen. We do appointments only. Time Underground Furs, located in River Oaks Mall in Calumet City, 708-252-1434. That's 708-252-1434. Or check out our website at www.tymeundergroundfurs.com. It's time to purchase a fur from Time Underground Furs.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday morning. I am blessed to be here in your presence on this morning. I'm grateful on today just to allow that God has allowed me to be in the land of the living. I'm grateful that God allowed us to be able to come together every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. to lift up each other, to motivate one another, and to encourage each other to pull out that girl that's on the inside of you, that girl that has been smothered because of life, that girl that because of situations and choices that we were forced to make, that she became smothered and suppressed, and she's hitting down on the inside of you. Well, every Saturday morning, it has been my mandate to come out, you all, just to hang out with you, just to encourage you, just to motivate you that, yes, that greatness that you feel, those inklings that you may get, those feelings that you may have, that, man, there's something more to me. I need to be doing something more. There's more to my life than just going to work and just doing the same routines morning after morning. You all will get excited because that means that you are tapping into that greatness that's on the inside of you. And I guarantee you that the more you pursue your greatness, the more that you seek after it. Do not ignore it. Do not ignore your desire to bake cakes and to sell them. Don't ignore your desire to sit down and write your books. Don't ignore your desire and your dreams that you had for years to go out and to pursue them, so that you will be fulfilled in your life and in what you were predestined to do, why you were created. So I love it. I love it every Saturday. It's so rewarding and fulfilling for me, because not only are you getting from me, but I'm getting from you. So when we glean from each other, we're all on one accord and we're being built up. So I want to just encourage everybody on this morning just to look back. Take a quick look back over your life and think things over. What's that song? I have a testimony. When I look back over my life and I think things over, I can truly, truly say that I am blessed. I can truly say that if it was not for the goodness of God on my side, if it was not for me having the ability to reflect and to think and to move and to breathe, that I don't know where I would be. I can honestly say that God rescued me from myself. Give me some love, you all, on this morning. If you can look back and think of different scenarios and situations where you can say, man, that was nobody but God. When you can look back and say, man, nobody but God was able to move it. Nobody but God was able to do it. Nobody but God was able to deliver me out of that situation. Nobody but God was able to heal my body. Then you can truly say, thank you. Thank you. Let's use this morning to thank God as we're approaching and we're in the Thanksgiving season. You all have already got up this morning and I went out to the grocery store to get my last items that I needed. I'm going to prepare my dinner this Sunday because my son, he's moving, he lives in San Diego, so he's going back home. But I am so grateful when I looked around in the grocery store and I could see all of the people just getting and purchasing and getting everything that they needed. What if you all, we were in a place where we didn't have the freedom and the liberty to move about and to get the things that we wanted and we needed and desired? So we don't want to take it for granted on today. Let today be a day that no matter what comes your way, if an obstacle come your way, think back, think quick. Think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for you and be at rest. Take rest on today, you all, because guess what? If change happened before, change will happen today. If God did it before, he is the same God. He never changes. He never fails. He's a God that never keeps lies. He always keeps his promises. But we have to remember that thing that you thought you would never get over, that situation, that financial obstacle that you thought you would never be able to get over. But you're sitting here today, relieved, looking back. So I want you all to take time out today again and look back. Look back, you all, at what you have accomplished. Do not browbeat yourself. Don't beat yourself over the head trying to feel bad because you haven't completed tasks that you've started currently, but look back at what it is that you were able to do. If you're working a job, look back at the skills and the abilities that you have to give and to be an asset to that company, because don't you know, when you give of yourself, when you give of your talent, then that's opening up a door for you to receive. You all, we're opening up business and we're starting things. So we want to have the same type of loving, compassionate employees that's going to work up under us. We want to have that. So how do you get that? You have to give it in order to receive it. You have to show it in order to receive it. You have to talk it in order to receive it. So I want you all to know that as we're going forward and as we're being thrust into our next, let's be grateful on today. Let's be considerate. Let's be concerned for where we are right now. Look at where you are from where you come from, and let's just move forward in it. Let's just bask in our now. Bask in your presence right now. As we bask in the presence of God daily, bask in the present situation that you find yourself in on today. Like I said again, be grateful for where you are on your jobs. Be grateful that you have the ability. Be grateful that you were blessed with the brain and the mindset to go to college, that you were blessed with the mindset to go and obtain your trade, and you were blessed with the ability for someone to allow you to put your hands to work in their company. So we have to start somewhere, you all. Prosperity and growth is a process. So despise not, again, the small beginnings, but look forward to what God is about to do. Look back at what he's already done. Embrace where you are right now and look forward to where he's going to take you to. Look back from where God brought you from, embrace where you are right now, and look forward to where God is taking you to. I'm going to say it one more time because I feel that in my heart. Look back, you all, at what God brought you from. Look back at what God brought you through. Look right now at where you are and what you could have been doing. And then look forward at where God is taking you to. Like I said again, God is not a man that he would lie. Every promise, every project, every endeavor, if God gave it to you, then you better believe that it shall come to pass. You're working on something and I have a couple of friends that have stores, and they are starting businesses, and it's like a drought. It would appear to be a drought because the clients haven't came yet. But one of my friends said something so strong yesterday. They said, God gave me this, so I know for sure that the clientele is going to flood in. It's just a matter of me being prepared. While you're waiting for the increase to come, you all. Do not, like I said, wallow in what you, if you coulda, woulda, shoulda times. I need you to be prepared. Take this time of Thanksgiving to be grateful for where you are and where you're going to, and go with the flow. Go with the process. Allow greatness to be built up on the inside of you. That's the only way you're going to achieve what you're looking to achieve. Being grateful. Don't fret. Excuse me. Don't fret. Don't worry. Don't condemn yourself, or like, man, I should have did this by the time I was 25. I should have done this by the time I was 40. Look where you are. You're able to still think. You're able to still move. You're able to still walk around. So let's use that energy. Do not allow in this season, you all, for negative energy to come. I think we said a few weeks ago, don't allow the stinking thinking to overtake you from where you are right now and from where you're going to. Yesterday is gone, and it will not come back. The only way yesterday is going to come back into your life, you all, is if you invite it, if you open the door, if you welcome yesterday to come in and to take part in your day today. So yesterday was done and over with. If you have, like, we're getting ready to get together with family members, and if you've had like issues with family or issues with friends, let bygones be bygones. That's easier said than done. Yes, I know it is, but you will not be able to move forward in your heart, in your mind. You will not be able to move forward because that spirit of negativity will always be lingering around in your heart. So let's be festive on this in this Thanksgiving season. Let's show love and compassion. Let's move forward, move fast, move past all obstacles that will try and hinder you, even your growth as a family. You know, there's family businesses that can be birthed, but there is a spirit of division that is coming within the families to keep you from working together. If you have a family and everybody has smarts and wisdom, put it together. A lot of times your start may not be alone. You may have to start out with your family. You may have to start out building up things. We got to build, you all. We have to lay a foundation for our children. So it is time right now for us to use everything that we have and be grateful for what we have, and let's put our hands to it and let's get to moving. I am so thankful for this year. There were so many things. It seemed like one thing after the other that was coming and that was attacking me. But I want to tell you all, when I really sat back and I began to think about what had been going on in my life. Are you all ready for this? I realized most of it was because of decisions that I made. Think about that. We always want to say that we've been attacked or opposition is coming our way. Think about, maybe you are your own opposition. We're in a season where we have to be true to ourselves. Most of my situations that I had to get through, that God brought me through in this year, was because of things that I had done. Doors that I allowed to be open. Monies that I spent when I didn't need to spend it. Food that I eaten that caused sickness to come into my body. Excuse me. And I knew that I needed to eat better foods. So you all think about this process where we are now, because we are being held accountable for our actions. You want to be thankful that God brought you out of it. You know, when you say you're sorry for something, you want to be thankful. You want to apologize. But what is an apology without change? What is an apology without effort to do better? Let's do this thing today. Apologize to yourself. Yeah, sometimes we need to apologize to our own self. I'm sorry for making that choice. I'm sorry for not doing what I knew that I was supposed to do. I'm sorry for being a follower when I know that I am a leader. Sometimes you have to stop, look, and listen. Look at what's going on around you. Look at what you're doing. Because like I said, a lot of times it's not people, it's you. It's you blocking your own self from reaching your predestination. It's you blocking your own self from reaching the fullness that God created you to be in. So in this season of Thanksgiving, I need us to think, man, this was just huge for me when I thought back on everything that I had endured throughout this year, you all. It was pretty much self-inflicted because I did not make right choices. So when I tell you all, we come out here on Saturday mornings, we're lifting up each other, but I'm not fronting and acting like I have everything all together. I'm sharing with you all as I grow and as I know. I'm sharing with you the revelations that God gives me and he showed me because, oh yes, we're on our way. Oh yes, we're about to obtain the favor and the greatness and the fullness that God has created for us. But it is important that you shine that light on yourself and you look to see what habits have I formed that I need to change so that the weapons that the adversary may form will not prosper against me. I have got to stop loading the gun. We're giving life negative situation ammunition to fire back at you. You're opening up the door to negativity. We've opened up the door again to sickness. We've opened up the door to poverty. Yes, it's certain things that we cannot handle, that it's not our fault, but most of the things, if you know that the doctor told you that you're borderline diabetic, stop eating the sweets. Use wisdom this season, you all. Don't load up your plate with all of this food and everything that you know that's going to hurt your body, that's going to hurt your mind, all of the sweets and all of the sugar that's going to take you off of your focus. We want to move forward in using wisdom. We want to close doors that we have the ability to close, and having done all that you know to do, then you stand and you wait to see God perform. Then you stand and you wait to see how things are going to pan out for you. But if you're not changing your bad habits, then you're going to continue to get the same diagnosis. You're going to continue to get those notices in the mail that's not favorable to you. You're going to continue to have to drag yourself morning after morning to drive hours after hours to get to your jobs. If you do not look at yourself and see, wow, what am I doing? Let's own it on this morning. I'm grateful to God for allowing me to have the mindset to think. Get a grip on yourself, Sholanda. Get a hold of all of the gifts and talents that you know that God has given unto you. But what are you doing with them? What are you doing to build up the empire that God is showing you that he has given unto you? It's one thing to talk about it, but we have to be about it. My bishop is teaching on productivity. You got to know what you have to do. When you get the vision, you write the vision out, and then you make motion, you make moves to fulfill that purpose, that vision that has been shown to you. We're in a season, you all, where we're thankful unto God for yet another chance to get this thing called life right. We're thankful unto God on today for yet another chance to get this thing called purpose right. We're thankful unto God for loving us enough to find us worthy, to put us back in the right position and give us another chance to walk forward, to move forward, you all. Yesterday's gone, like I keep saying, and today is right here, right now. But tomorrow is straight ahead of you. So we can dictate our tomorrow. We can dictate whether it's positive or negative. What energy are you putting out in the universe concerning your life? You can't always just eat off of what somebody else has. You got to bring something to your table for your own self. Potluck is what goes on in my family. Everybody brings a dish. Everybody brings something to the table. And when we're feasting and when we're eating and partaking of the blessing, you feel good because you know that you were able to contribute. You were able to give something on this table. So you're pretty much a little bit more comfortable to eat as much as you want to eat. But when you didn't donate something or or you may feel like a little bit, man, I don't want to take all of that, or it's just a little bit of that. But you kind of like get a little bit cocky when you know that you've brought the turkey, the ham, you've made the dressing. So you feel like, I'm just talking about just family, just normal traditional Thanksgiving dinners, how you feel a little bit more like I can have more and I can take me some to go with me. Well, this is how we have to do with our life situations. You cannot expect to feast on something to have it all when you have not brought anything to the table. Yes, sometimes if you just don't have it in you, it's okay. Come on and feast off of me on Saturday mornings. If you just don't have the get up and go in you, come on to the table and eat so that you can be stronger. But if you know that you have the talents and the abilities to bring something to help everybody to be fulfilled, why wouldn't you bring that to the table? So in this season, you all bring your gifts to the table so that you will not only get full, but your children and your children's children will be fed. There's no way you're going to sit at the table and watch your grandbabies not have anything to eat. Think about that thing in the natural and think about it in the supernatural, in the spiritual realm. You're not going to just sit up and let your daughters and your sons and your mothers and fathers starve when you have everything that they need to be full. You're going to give to them and you're going to nourish them and you're going to nurture them. It's the same thing with your gifts and talents that you have on the inside of you. Come on, you all, let's serve it up. Plate it up for your family. Plate it up. Make it plain. Pour out into them. Pour the wisdom that you have and watch how everything around you is going to grow. Because when the circle around you grow, then you grow even stronger. But everybody that's connected to you cannot be hungry, because then you'll run out. You'll pour out so much and then you'll run out and you won't have any more to give. But when you give, I believe, with a grateful heart, and when you give willingly, the word of God says God loves a cheerful giver. When you're open to give to people, it will come back to you and your well will not run dry. Yeah. Be grateful on this morning that you were chosen. Be grateful on this morning that it's your phone that people are able to call to say, I need this. Can you give it to me? Be grateful that God has put you in a position to meet needs of people. When you hear that children don't have coats or shoes or Christmas is coming up, be grateful. Do not complain. I'm sick of everybody calling me. No. Be grateful that God has put you in that position to be the one, to be the chosen one. Sometimes it gets hard. Yeah, it does get irritating, and I'm not going to be phony with you all. It's hard sometimes to always have to sacrifice, but thanks be unto God that when I look back over my life and how many people had to sacrifice for me and my children, when I look back over my life and I see how many people had to come to my rescue, I am ecstatic, you all. I am overwhelmed to give. I am overwhelmed to pour out. I am overwhelmed to come on here every Saturday morning to give you the nourishments that God has given to me. Yes, I love to share. I love to share what it is that I have, because I remember when I wasn't motivated. I remember when I didn't have the strength to go forward. I remember when I felt so shrunk and sunken down in a deep, dark place that I didn't know which way I was going to go forward. I remember when I think of the goodness of Jesus and how he opened up the windows of heaven and he poured out his blessings upon me, I am running to give. I am running to share. I am running to encourage. I am running to motivate, because guess what? I understand if you wait on the Lord and be of good courage, yes, he will give you the strength that you need. And while he's strengthening you, he will empower you. And while he's empowering you, he will equip you to do those things that you were predestined to do in your right season. So don't give up on today, guys. Don't give up in this season. Don't give up. Don't quit. Yes, you can do it. Be motivated. Yes, you can. Yes, you do have it. Yes, the possibility of it happening for you, it is great. Yes, you all, I have started now. I'm going into the studio and I'm just laying down. I'm preparing to do my first CD. Do I still call them CDs? Am I old? But anyway, I'm getting prepared to get out there. And I had to motivate myself. And I had to encourage myself. Okay, you got this. You all know my dad was a very well-known, Easy Baby was his name, blues singer. He sang with a lot of the famous blues singers, Coco Taylor, B.B. King, I think Muddy Waters. He did so many different things. He traveled, and there was so much greatness in my dad. So I know that greatness is down on the inside of me. So I will not allow intimidation to come to make me think, well, that's just something else that you're doing. That's what I was thinking this week. I'm gonna be real honest. Well, look at how they doing this, or look at how she's saying you don't have those connections, but I have it on the inside of me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to have the mindset to just step out, knowing that it's not me that's going to be ministering to the people anyway. It is the greater He that is within me. So what is the project, you all, that have you nervous to go out? What is the project that you're starting that have you concerned with? Am I going to be able to do it? Get over yourself, because if God put it in you, I know now, if God gave me a dad that could sing, if God put that in my bloodline, and if He put it in my spirit to come out and to minister to the people, guess what? It's going to be off the chain. So I want you all to stay focused, to stay tuned, because guess what? The CD will be coming real soon, some early next year. And I'm grateful for that. Not boastful, but grateful. All right. So I want you all to know that you can do all things that you were created to do. You can do everything that was poured out on the inside of you. I wrote my first book, a children's book. This is something that was just dropped in my spirit. I'm so grateful for this because it put me in another place of encouragement and motivation for myself. You all can get this book for $20. It's a hardback book. And it has letters, illustrations, Bible scriptures to help your children to learn the process of prayer. And then we have our activity book. It's a coloring book. It has the scripture, fill in the blanks, because you have to know the word to pray the word. So we want to encourage our children to pray the word of God. Both of these are selling for $25. Again, you can find this on Amazon. You can find it on PayPal. Let's say PayPal. On PayPal. Under ABCs of Prayer, you can find these books. Get them for your children for Christmas. They're a great read. Bedtime story. Sunday school teachers. You can also use this in your classrooms. And many ways that you can use this to empower and to strengthen your children. But I'm so grateful, you all. Take today and think about what you're grateful for. Take today and just think about what could have been, what could have happened, how it could have been you, how that thing could have affected you, how you could have not snapped back from it. Think about it and be grateful. I am grateful for the things that you have done. Yes, I'm grateful for the victories you won. I could go on and on and on about your words, because I'm grateful, 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 Lord, to praise your name, flowing from my heart. It's not complaining, Lord. It's not the issues of my heart. Is gratefulness. Grateful, 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 grateful. Grateful, grateful. I'm so grateful. Grateful, 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 yeah. Gratefulness is flowing my heart. Aren't the issues of my heart, but His gratefulness. You all take that song today and worship all day today. Think of everything that God has done for you. And I want you all to have a blessed, happy, wonderful, cheerful Thanksgiving. Until we meet again on next Saturday, the same time, be grateful for all the things that God have done. I love you all, and I'm excited about what's about to take place in your life as well as in my life. We're looking forward. We're not looking back, or you can look back to see what God brought you from. Remember, embrace where you are and look forward to where God is taking you to. You all have a great and wonderful day. Again, I am your host, Sholanda, and it's always a pleasure to come out just to encourage, motivate, lift up, and inspire one another. Until next week, happy Thanksgiving. See you all later. Bye-bye.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ. WVTC Allsip Chicago.